So hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today's video is going to be the first of a series of videos. A few years ago, Julie and I contemplated raising our own chickens for eggs. I did some research, and at the time we were buying organic eggs from somebody else, a friend of Julie's, they raised their own chickens for eggs. So I did the math and the research, and at the time it was way more cost effective and nowhere near as labor intensive just to continue buying the organic eggs from the friend. But since then, as you know, a lot has changed in the food industry, and we decided to pull the trigger and start raising our own chickens from chicks, in order that we can have our own eggs. So I started doing the research again, and today I am going to erect the chicken coop and make a little run. The chicken coop I got off Amazon. Again, did a little bit of research, and I believe it was $315, and it can house up to 8 chickens. Now, tomorrow we're going to get 6 chicks from a local breeder, and I've got the brood already set up in the house. Excuse me. And once the chickens are here, I'll do a quick video on how I set up the brood box. But I'm going to do an unboxing of the chicken coop, and we'll see if it's worth the money. So as you saw, guys, there was a little bit of damage on here. That's not uncommon. Over the last couple of years, when I've purchased beehives, some of the hives have arrived damaged. If you've got brattle gun, staple gun, you can pretty much fix them. So first impressions are, it is exactly what I expected. It's very cheaply made in China. It's probably pine or fir, FIR, and actually I've just realised that side needs repairing as well, so I'll put some staples in there as well. So first thing I would suggest is it is going to need treating. This is not externally treated wood by any means whatsoever, and your options are, they knew that was broke because they put glue in it. Your options are, I got it. Your options are either to use a polyurethane stain, a couple of layers of that, or a couple of layers of paint. But this will need treating, or it will not last 2 seconds in the rain. It will just rot. Okay. I intend using polyurethane. That's what I use on my hives. I like the look of the wood. What I may do is let Julie paint some flowers on it or something like that, but that's entirely up to her. Now, parts of it look like it is a two-man job to put together, so you might need some clamps to hold stuff on. So where's the screw bag? Now everything is labelled alphabetized, and in the instructions you do have diagrams of how many pieces you're supposed to have. I'm stood out of camera shot, aren't I? Tripping over the bloody thing. So all the bags are labelled. It's bag number 3. The instructions are what you would expect when it comes from a foreign country. It's all going to be visual, not worded. So that's bag number 1. My guess is bag number 1 is the biggest screws. Number 1 times 9. Yep. So I've got A, C and D. Don't know why they didn't go A, B, C, but hey. These screws are a Phillips head. The screws are going to be garbage. I am going to try and use them, and then if they don't, if I'm not happy with them, because I can't stand screws that I can't get in first time, and then they just, because of the garbage, they just thread. So I'll give them a go, and if that doesn't work, I'm going to swap out and use deck screws. That's what I use on everything, all my hives and everything I do around the house. I use deck screws because they're a very good screw, and they never, if you can round off a deck head, you're doing something really, really wrong. So it calls for this side, which is, this is number C, and the mesh goes to the bottom like that. So we do have a pitched roof, so I'm going to make sure that my roof is right. The bottom I can work out. I want to make sure that my roof is right. If I can get my stuff to work. So Right, I'm level at my roof, so I'm happy that I can screw that. They are not pre-drilled, which sucks again. You might want to. I'm gonna do a few, and if they start splitting the wood, I'll just start pre-drilling them. But let's see. Like I say, this is not external wood. All right, it calls for 3 screws going down the bottom. So top, obviously top, middle, bottom. And the screw went in all right. It's very soft wood. I've got to reiterate that you are really going to have to treat it. Stand it up so I can get, make sure I'm level on my bottom. One thing I may do also is the whole bottom of the whole coop, I may paint it with some rubber paint so that it doesn't rot out. You could get the rubber paint that you use for your gutters and paint the whole bottom with that. But at $300, it would be an expensive do if it only lasted 1 or 2 seasons, you know. That wouldn't work for me at all. So we've got A, C, and then it was D, wasn't it? Where did the D go? Have I got the wrong piece in my hand? Yeah, I've got the wrong piece in my hand. Where the hell did I put it? Alright, I made a piece disappear. I thought I had it leaning up. Where is it? There's a little half piece. Somebody's doing the best out of me. Alright, so I've got that clamped. And again, remember, we want to be good on our roof. So, nice and level at the top. And I've gone straight in on the screw on the other piece. Alright, that's our top one on. Let's get how many does it call for? Doesn't say. Well, whenever you're doing anything, putting anything together, you can't have too many screws in something. It's only going to strengthen it, you know. Happy about that. There's a slight warp in this one, so I'm gonna go in the bottom first, make sure that that's good and level. And then one in the centre. Okay. So that is A, C and D. Now it calls for me to do the same, which will be the other side of the coop, which is B, B, which is this in my hand. I'm going to have to pull up a picture of the coop because it's not giving me what I'm attaching B to. So like I said, I got this on Amazon, so it's nice and easy just to go back and look at the product pictures. Okay, so that's that. Well, that product picture is not correct. So, interesting, the product picture is not exactly the same as what I'm putting together, and if it is, there's several pieces missing. Oh, I just realised what has happened here. They've sent me the small one. Go back. One, two, three. Lid. There's only one of them. Yep, they've sent me the small one. So there's two options on this coop. You can buy the small one or the large one. I purchased the large one, and they've sent me the small one. That's not a good start. Gosh, that's telling me that goes on there. Yep. Great. Guess I'm taking pictures.